Thank you so much for joining me today on Coffee With. I'm at the Vicksburg Theatre Guild with Daniel Vernon and Andrea Fairchild. Thank you. Actually, not for joining me, but for inviting me to come and join you here on the stage.
Well, thank you for having us.
Now, y'all are preparing for Breaking Up is Hard to Do, and when does it open?
We open September 9th. The shows are September 9th to the 11th, 7:30 on Friday and Saturday, and 2 o'clock on Sunday. Then we also do another week, September 16th through the 18th, 7:30 for both Friday and Saturday, and 2 o'clock matinee on the 18th.
Excellent. So you have a lot of performances.
Most definitely.
Yes. Y'all are going to be
Like
tired. So you're the producer, the director, the...
Yes, ma'am. I direct the show.
Okay. And are you in it, too?
I am not, but I might do a little cameo here and there.
We're hoping he will.
We'll have to see.
Okay. Okay. So tell me a little bit about the production. What is it?
Well, Breaking Up is Hard to Do is basically somewhat a review of the music of Neil Sedaka. A lot of early 60s, late 50s, early 60s music. It's very popular. It's very enjoyable music, and the actual musical is only about 5 or 6 years old. It was written about 5 or 6 years ago and compiled with all Neil Sedaka music and based around a storyline. And the storyline is that there's two females. It's a bride that has just been jilted at the altar, and her best friend, the maid of honor, played by
you,
right?
Andrew. They come to the Catskills to a honeymoon resort called Esther's Paradise together because the bride has just been jilted at the altar. And so Lois, the friend, takes her to her honeymoon just together.
Aw, aren't you nice?
Absolutely.
Then you got a free vacation.
That's right.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But what happens is that they're called onto the stage being introduced as the couple that was supposed to be there. And then we find out that it's not, and Marge gets very embarrassed and runs off the stage, and then they're there for the entire weekend trying to work it all out and try to get comfortable, and Lois convinces her to stay, and then they meet some people, and there's some romances that are involved.
Oh, okay.
All that kind of stuff.
Is it a large cast?
It's not. It's an ensemble cast. It's there's 6 in the cast.
Well, tell me who they are, since it's such a small group.
With 3 males, Paul Ballard, who's done many shows in the area.
That's my dentist.
Okay.
In fact, I'm interviewing him too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. About dentistry?
No, about this. No, we're interviewing him, and we're going to run this the same week that we run.
Okay.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Well, Paul Ballard, he's playing the part of Harvey, which is an older comedic that has been there at the Catskills, at the resort for some time. And there's also Jason Fairchild.
My husband.
He's playing the part of Del Delmonico, which is the major singer-songwriter of the Catskills on the honeymoon Esther's Paradise. And then we also have Tyler Gardner, who is a younger guy, and he's playing the part of Gabe.
Mm-hmm. He was just in Little Abner.
Right.
Yes.
Right. And
You're surprised that I know that. I saw that on her face going. She said she's never been here before, and she knows he was just a Little Abner.
Indeed.
Hey, I'm more up than you think I am for an old woman.
But he's doing very well. He plays part of Gabe, who's kind of a nerdy character who actually ends up falling in love with one of the characters. I'll let that be.
Okay.
And then our females are Andrea Fairchild, who's playing Lois, who is the maid of honor, who's brought Marge to the Catskills. And then there's Marge, who's played by my wife, Mary Vernon. And then we also have Glenda Arredondo, who's playing Esther from Esther's Paradise.
Now, isn't she here somewhere right now?
She is. I think she's around here somewhere trying on some costumes.
But she needs to get out here. Glenda!
She might be.
I bet that just busted some eardrums somewhere.
So that rounds out the cast. And then we also have 4 band members that usually they do a few things through the show to make them part of the show.
Is the ladder part of the stage design?
No, okay. We're working on that right now.
I didn't know if somebody's going to climb that and sing, which sounds a little frightening to me.
Actually, we
Glad
do.
I don't insure this place.
We do have a scene with a ladder,
Okay.
but it's a much smaller ladder than
Okay,
that.
that's good. That makes me feel better. Now, tell me about your role, Andrea.
Well, I'm Lois Warner, and I'm the best friend. And I'm not all there. I am quite the comic relief in this one, and I take my best friend Marge on her honeymoon because I think she deserves to have a good time. So I try and fix her up with other people, get her mind off of her being jilted, although I have a bad way of always bringing it back up, even though I'm trying to get her over it.
Now, is this completely musical, or there are some speaking parts?
Oh, there's a lot of dialogue.
Okay.
A lot of very, very comedic dialogue.
Now, does everybody sing?
Yes.
Okay. So I know y'all can't sing anything because of the whole copyright thing, but tell me some of the music that I'm sure is very recognizable.
Well, breaking up is hard to do. Is of course the theme of the show. There's Calendar Girl. A lot of people know that one.
Stupid Cupid.
Stupid Cupid is a good one. Love Will Keep Us Together is
That's
the
Neil
closer.
Wow.
Originated with him, but then sang from a lot of different
Yeah,
other
isn't
people.
it? Didn't Captain into Neil Sedaka?
Yes, that's right. I just looked that up online last night.
Did you?
Because I heard it in Walgreens the other day. And I was just thinking, I was like,
I
"Hey, that's
didn't
in our
have to
show."
look that up online. I remember that, along with
I love that
Muskrat
song.
Love.
Oh, yes. Well, fortunately, we do not have that one in this
Thank
show.
goodness.
But Happy Birthday, Sweet 16, and there's a lot of guest communication, a lot of surprise guests to come in through the audience. And that kind of thing, so.
Well, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's very exciting. It's a very exciting show.
So, now, how did y'all get involved in the theater?
You want to go first?
Sure. I moved here in 1996 and actually was sitting behind a great guy named Sid Johnston in church. And he heard me singing hymns and he said, "Hey, you should come and try out for Gold." So I did, and I've been here ever since.
Wow.
Yeah.
So where'd you move here from?
Indiana.
Oh, wow. Was that a culture shock?
Yes. But it's warm down here. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
I love it.
It doesn't stay that way.
Well,
Warmer
it's
than
warmer
Indiana.
longer.
Right, true.
So,
That's right. That's
yeah.
right. And what about you, Kim?
Well, I just graduated from high school 10 years ago, actually. And I grew up in Gulfport. Then went to University of Southern Mississippi and majored in music education. Stayed there and got a master's, and then my first job out of graduate school was Warren Central High School. So I teach choir over at Warren Central High School, and I've been directing musicals there the past 2 years. And so I've been slowly becoming more involved with this theater here.
We drag him in.
Right, pretty much. And I've done a few shows here, and then
Did you have a group in the Christmas caroling contest?
last
from
year,
Warren
yes.
Central?
Yes, ma'am.
I thought you looked familiar.
Yes, I was there.
I was there.
Right.
We should come and do a coffee with your choir.
That'd be pretty good.
That would be fun.
that'd
You
be
could pick
cool.
some songs that they could actually sing that don't have
Yeah.
copyright issues.
That'd be fun.
No, really, I'm serious.
Yeah.
Because we're going to start this series next week or week after. I think in 2 or 3 weeks.
Week after, it'll actually premiere on the 13th.
Of September.
Yeah.
And we're going to do something about the Vicksburg Warren School District every Wednesday.
Okay.
Oh,
and
that's
we really want to
great.
spotlight, because I
That'd be
mean, I look
awesome.
at that and think, well, those students one day are going to be here,
Right. Exactly.
So let's start and look at them now and see what they're doing. And, I really like to talk to, young people that like doing fun stuff like music and
Yeah.
that are staying out of trouble or
Yeah.
getting out of trouble or
Right.
trying to do right and live right. So let's do that.
Yeah,
I'm
that'd be
serious.
great.
I'm
Yeah, let me
serious.
know.
Okay, all right.
Not only is that Mr. Vernon, but that's also Miss Fairchild. She teaches at Vicksburg High.
I was about
Warren
to ask
Central.
High
you.
We're
School.
at the same place.
What do you teach?
Geography, honors geography, AP government.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know how people teach school. I really don't.
It's a calling.
It's just
It
it's
is.
very special calling.
I
Yes.
do think you have to be called to that. I volunteer in a kindergarten class for about 30 minutes every week, and I walk out there and I think, I don't know how people do it. I don't. I have bad, hard, long days, but
Well, high
I'll
school's
take
much
those
different,
any day
but-
over.
Yeah.
Well, and all jobs have their ups and downs, and so that we teach so that you can do. You're wonderful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Okay, what else do y'all want me to know? Or do you want everybody to know when they watch this? Because I'm sure everybody in Vicksburg is going to watch this.
Well,
I have stars like you on here.
I just want to let everybody know this is a great show, and it's great for the season. We have a very exciting season with VTG this year, and this is just going to start it off, and we've been working very hard to make sure we get a lot of interest here, and a lot of people wanting to come see the show and wanting to see that we're thriving here at VTG.
How much are the tickets?
The tickets, do you want to help me out with that?
Tickets are $12 for adults, but if you're not a member yet and you come and see the show, we'll take that off your membership. Students, I believe, are 7.
Okay.
And we do cut a break for our more mature audience.
Our platinum members.
Our platinum members, that's right.
You can borrow that.
I might have to do that.
And this year we actually just started a new feature where you can buy tickets online.
Cool.
So you don't have to come here. You can do it.
Okay.
And,
Since this is my first visit here, I'm going to ask y'all a few questions.
Okay.
Are the seats reserved when you buy a ticket?
No.
No, you just come in and sit down.
You pick your own spot.
Okay. Do y'all serve adult beverages in the back?
We don't have a license to do that.
Okay. And we may end up cutting this. It is really hot in here.
It is really hot today.
This just because y'all are rehearsing?
Yes.
So because
Saving energy.
Okay, that's good because
Yes, the
it's
air will
hard
be-
to go to a performance and
Right.
And when I went to a performance somewhere else and it was really hot and I kept thinking, what is it like for them up there on that stage? You're moving around, you've got lights on you. Whew, that must be bad.
Well, and because this is such a big area,
Yeah.
it takes a long time for it to cool down,
sure.
and so we try to reserve our funds so that we can put on better shows with
Sure.
better staging and all that.
Sure.
So yeah, when
Sure.
when it's time, it
Okay,
will
now
be
one
cool.
of y'all use your biggest, broadest stage voice and get Glenda Arredondo out here.
Glenda Arredondo, please report to the stage.
Hey. Okay, so I heard you're in this production.
I am.
Imagine you in a musical.
Imagine that. And actually, I have the least amount of singing, and I'm rather enjoying it this time. I get to be kind of funny and
Okay.
use an accent and
What kind of accent? Let's hear it.
do terrible dancing. But,
Okay.
Ask Daniel, he'll tell you.
Let's hear the accent.
The
No,
accent,
it's
let me
fine.
see. Oh, what's that big
your
spiel?
line?
Let's see. Oh, I've been going over the books, Hav, and it ain't pretty. To fix that air conditioning, what's it? Along with the busted stove, the leaky boiler, and that giant crack in the tennis court. It's going to cost me $8,000.
All right, is that your Brooklyn accent?
Yes.
That's
Is that good?
Yeah.
Never had to do one before.
Yeah, that's
That's
good.
That's
I
just
like
a minute.
that.
Yes.
All right, so let's review it one more time. The dates and the ticket prices and how and where they can, not wow, but
You can purchase those online
You can
or
purchase
at the
them
door
here at the door or online ahead of time.
at vtg.org, or is it e/e-vtg?
E-dash
Or you can
VTG.
Google Vicksburg Theatre Guild, and it'll give you and it'll redirect you if you get the old website address.
and the tickets are how much?
$12 for an individual.
Okay.
$10 for our senior members. $7 for students. $5 for children under 5.
And give me the dates again of the performances.
September 9th, 10th, and 11th.
And then 18th, 19th, or 16th, 17th, 18th.
17th, 18th.
So it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Friday,
Right.
Saturday, Sunday.
7:30 on Friday and Saturday, 2 o'clock on Sunday.
Excellent. You'll be there, right?
We will be here with
Excellent.
bells on.
Thank
You
you
do
so
all
much.
that?
Waiting for all of you.
Are you so going to let me do that?
Thank you. Appreciate it. Can you think of something you can sing that isn't going to violate any, I don't mean from this, but just a snippet of something that isn't going to violate any copyright laws for you? Like Amazing Grace or
Oh, Lord.
Jesus Loves
Without
Me?
music? No.
Oh, yeah.
He could sing something for
No,
you.
Okay,
go ahead.
He sings all day, every day. Come on,
I
Daniel.
have some allergies problems.
Oh, Lord.
Either that or
You don't want to hear
sing
me
something.
right
Are you going
now.
puberty again.
That might be. I think it's that second one they talk
Did you
about.
hear the panic? And
Yeah, that's a little fake
done that
sounding.
yet.
I'm cracking tonight. I've been yelling at
Ask
kids all
Andrea
day,
to
too.
sing. She's a
Come
pro.
on.
She's good at on the spot. I'm not good at on the spot.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved
the wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found. Was blind, but now I see.
Promotional consideration provided by
Amber Sanders from Happy Hair. Get your hair happy at 3402 Wisconsin Avenue.